What is vibing? This is Vish, and today I'm going to be responding to Sadhguru's video on why you shouldn't sleep on this night. Also, if you can hit that subscribe button, I'll be truly grateful. I'm a meditation coach and I've guided hundreds of people on their meditation journeys. If you have any questions about it or want to learn how to start, either comment down below or message me on Instagram at VishVibes. Sadhguru is a yogi, mystic, and visionary who is enlightening the world. I've truly learned so much from him and even got initiated in Shamavi Mahamudra meditation or Kriya, and just completed a full mandala cycle, which I'll be making another video on. With all that being said, let's get right into the video and see what he has to say about sleep and why you shouldn't sleep on this night.
Mahashivratri is of both spiritual and scientific significance. Shivaratri means the 14th day of every month, that is one day before Amavasya or the no moon day. There are 12 to 13 Shivaratris in a year. Of all the Shivaratris, the Shivaratri that appears in the month of Magha during February-March is known as the Mahashivaratri or the Great Night of Shiva. In the northern hemisphere on this planet, on that day, there is a natural upsurge of energy within the human system. Every life form experiences a certain upsurge of energies within themselves. Wow. This upsurge of energies can be truly made use of only by those creatures who have their spine erect. Our fortune of being human is we are the only species here who have graduated to that level of an erect spine.
Graduation.
If you look at the evolutionary development of various species, you will notice that moving from invertebrate to vertebrate is one significant step. And another significant step in the evolutionary process is a spine moving from horizontal positions to vertical positions. The true development of the brain happened only after the spine became vertical. As on Mahashivratri night, there is a natural upsurge of energies. Keeping the spine vertical throughout the night has immense benefits. It is of great benefit, particularly to those on the spiritual path. But this is also significant for people who are in family situations and also for the ambitious in the world. For those on the spiritual path, for the yogis, this is a day when Shiva transcended all the movement within himself and became utterly, absolutely still. On this day, his third eye opened and his perception blossomed. What we are saying is these two eyes are sense organs. They can show you the physical realities around you. But if you want to see the basis of this reality, if you want to see the subtler reality which is beyond the physicality of nature, if you want to know this, you need another dimension of perception. The dimension of perception, which is beyond the physical, is known as the third eye. So this is the day which facilitates your journey towards the opening of your third eye or a deeper dimension of perception within yourself.
Wow. Beautiful. Mahashivratri. Wow. First off, I looked into Mahashivratri and the date, and it is March 11th of 2021, which is just in a few days. So for those of you celebrating, have a happy Mahashivratri. This is a beautiful video, and wow, the visuals too, I have to say, from seeing his older videos way back in the day to now with all the beautiful visual effects and artistic features, it's just beautiful, and the eyes are really very grateful for these images. This was the first time I personally have seen Sadhguru mention the third eye, and it is very fascinating how he shed some insight into this topic of spirituality, however didn't go into too much detail. Now this should be noted, and this is where I always encourage being critical of spirituality or just critical of life itself, however never being blindsided, whether that's of pure belief or pure disbelief. And the reason I say that is because recently I was having a conversation with my friends who are, let's just say, more atheist or even just more scientific in nature. And I noticed in the past where I used to be very open about how I thought religion was very closed in terms of just its views, I came to realize how even a lot of the scientific communities and people that believe in science are also equally closed. This is a beautiful excerpt that I learned from Sadhguru, which was essentially the idea of when he was asked, do you believe in God? He very simply responded by saying, whether you believe in God or you don't believe in God, you're in the same boat. Because those of you that believe in God don't know if he does exist, and those of you that don't believe in God don't have any proof that he doesn't exist. And so it's all the idea about focusing on saying I don't know. I don't know will unlock a tremendous amount of opportunity in life. It is super simple, but like I said, even if you're going with science or you're going with religion, it is always important to be open. And that is why I will have to be honest about being critical with regards to everything, right? Even in regards to what Sadhguru says. And to me, it didn't seem like he answered that question specifically about why you shouldn't sleep on this night. It was really just a very general talk about third eye and Shiva and its significance, which is still very important. And this is where it goes on to the next thing which I've learned from the spiritual journey, which is it's all about experience. You see, religion can be beautiful, and correct this interpretation that I've had if you have any, and I'm super open to learning. And it's the idea that religion, to me at least, what I've learned is a beautiful thing, and it was definitely necessary for a certain amount of time for the growth of human civilization. However, I have noticed that a lot of it tends to be very blind assumption based, and I'm not pointing out any religion, even modern day Hinduism, which at its roots wasn't this way, and any of the other religions as well, tend to be in that path. And it's more about believing rather than seeking, which is what Sadhguru recommends and encourages. And that is what I also encourage with you all. And so what I'm trying to get at with this is the idea that the spirituality is all about the experience. With science, even that to an extent is almost a belief kind of thing, because it's your mind interpreting things and studies backing up data, which is, again, valid. Science is why I can even talk to you right now through this camera and computer. So again, I'm very grateful for science, very grateful for religion, and they both have its place in society. However, spirituality is also very important, and it's all about the experience. You can give pointers and indicators on a path, but you can't really answer questions through the logical mind that exists. And that is something I've just come to trust, because a lot of the questions I would have been naturally answered as I've been seeking more and more inward. By just questioning the outwards and making it a philosophical debate, you're not going to get anywhere. You're just in the boundaries of the mind. And that is why I am absolutely okay with Sadhguru not directly answering questions, because at the end, he wants you to experience the answer on your own. Now, with regards to the third eye topic and Shiva, it's really interesting, because the third eye I really don't know much about, and I'm not going to speak about it because I just don't know. As he says, I don't know will unlock all the possibilities to the truth. So, I don't know. Now, about Shiva, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing I've learned from him, which is the idea that Shiva is really just Shi and Va, broken up. If you break it up, it really just means that which is not. And that is what consciousness is all about. It's referring to the non-materialistic world, the non-material. It's just presence by itself, and Shiva is a beautiful translation into that topic. So with all that being said, I'm wishing you all a happy Mahashivratri on March 11th. Take this joyfully, make it a great day, and stay conscious.